Gemini, hi. So this is going to be a reading for February 27th through March 5th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there's an extended at the end of the video. You can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Oopsie doopsie doops. Let's see. Okay, the overall energy for the reading, the Queen of Cups. Okay. To love or not to love? That's the question here. Well, that is an open heart right there. Yeah. It's very difficult to tie that up with what I see in the reading. But that kind of comes up as you carrying love for a particular possibly person, possibly even situation. Who knows? You love doing something. But no, this is about a person. This is about a person. But let's see here. In the recent past, the Seven of Wands, the King of Cups, I kept on trying to freaking pull it upwards. It didn't want to. It kept on coming backwards, you know, upside down. So I'm like, okay, well, you know, I put it upwards just for my sake, for my visual sake. But yeah, Seven of Wands, King of Cups in reverse, Eight of Swords. This is basically not accepting that someone you possibly care for doesn't care for you. Or that, okay, there's ice falling from the trees. Not necessarily that they don't care for you, because I'm sure you probably didn't know, just like, you know, none of us know what another person feels, ultimately. But kind of like refusing to accept the idea that this person is not for you, or they're telling you, hey, I'm not interested, or, you know, things like that. In terms of what they felt, I don't think you knew. I don't think I know. I don't think anybody knows. I don't even think they know. I don't know. But basically this comes up as an energy of refusing to accept when somebody says no, or when somebody rejects you, possibly. So really having a hard time with this one by the looks of it. And again, I'm not sure if they didn't love you, but they definitely showed you that they didn't, you know. The truth is, I have no idea. In the current situation, the Three of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords. Kind of unsure. This is interesting because you're showing me I'm really determined. I'm going in this direction right here. My mind is set up. This is where I'm going. And I'm like, okay, in terms of the movement, okay, great. You're showing me clarity there in the movement. What you're showing me also is a sense of non-clarity, complete confusion as you start to move, which is very confusing to me and very interesting. Because you're starting off from a place of a broken heart and really not having a clue where you're going. But at the same time, you are going. And there's a direction in that. So we're going to have to clarify the shit out of this to see what the hell this is. But, okay. In the immediate future, the Six of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups. Whew, things are so much better here energetically. I get the sense that you're starting to possibly grow within yourself, to establish something for yourself here. And that brings you a sense of stability within yourself. So here, where things are shaky and looking a little like what the hell just happened, I see you pursuing something outside of yourself. The minute you start to do something for yourself here, the energies are settling down. They're feeling way better. And you're looking way better in these energies. Much more balanced. Okay. Let's clarify. Let's see what the hell is going on here. Let me do that Queen of Cups. Page of Swords, Five of Cups, the Strength card. Okay, so when it comes to opening up your heart, you're a little not sure. You're a little scared based on past experiences. You're showing me, I'm gonna proceed cautiously through this. Takes a lot to even keep it open a little bit. So, but again, based on past experience, it's that eternal cliche, right? I've been hurt, I'm not gonna open up. What am I, crazy? Well, then you're not gonna experience anything, you know? And that's really not the point to this. But yeah, I mean, we all do that. It's a human trait. I've been hurt, I'm not gonna do it automatically. But I've been hurt, I'm gonna be hurt again. That's what we're creating without realizing we're creating that, you know? Okay, so that's where you're at with your heart. Let me see the Seven of Wands there in the recent past. King of Wands, the Tower, the Queen of Cups. Let me do that King of Cups in reverse there. I might do the whole recent past and then we'll talk about it all. The Wheel of Fortune for the King of Cups in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups. Let me do the Eight of Swords and then we'll talk about it all. For the Eight of Swords, you get the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords. Okay. So this has been a roller coaster for you by the looks of it. In terms of, one, how you felt for this whole situation, in ups and downs. How this other person came back to this over and over again and then just kind of disappeared, possibly. Again, kind of a roller coaster kind of a situation. And then how you possibly really, 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 really wanted to move away from the situation completely. Again, in a roller coaster kind of a sense. Back and forth, up and down. We have a ice storm kind of a situation, so things are falling, and for the most part, it's ice. It's kind of interesting, but every sound I hear that's a big sound, I'm like, what fell? What kind of a chunk of ice fell and broke what? Anyways, so the way you're showing up here, tied up to whoever this was, is very passionate, very loving, very open. Whatever happened, the worst of the worst may have happened, you still remained open or kept yourself open to it as much as you could. However, there's always been a sense of how do you put this? Because it's not rejection on your side. There's a little bit of a red flag there from the get-go for you. But it's almost like you choose not to see it. You know it's there, you do see it, but you choose to ignore it. You know? On their side here, they're showing up as quite open, and then not so much, and then open again, and then not so much, and then open to, you know, to the point of you thought that was it, and then not so much. And I feel like at some point, I feel like they shut that down, like completely, you know, like not showing up at all or anything. Because I see that energy going and going and going up to one point, and then it just shuts down, almost like it wasn't even there, never, kind of a thing. I don't know, it's hard to explain this one, but and then in the way that you dealt with it, in terms of you possibly wanting to walk away from it, there's been a lot of struggle there. You've worked on that process for quite a while. I'm not even sure if you managed to pull it through, because I see you spinning in circles and getting to the same point over and over again, which is a lot of confusion. You start with a lot of confusion, then you push yourself out, then you kind of come back into the same place. So it kind of feels like a situation that's up in the air for you to deal with. Let me do the Three of Swords in the current situation. The King of Pentacles, the Temperance card, the Six of Cups. It's interesting because I see two energies kind of intertwining. So I see you really wanting to focus on yourself as much as you can. But then you're still dealing with whatever this was and still is for you to deal with energetically. So they kind of combine. This situation is teaching you certain things on one side. And I feel like somehow you're applying it to you working on yourself. I'm not sure if you're doing it consciously. I don't think so. I feel like it's more of a blend, an energetic blend that you're not even seeing that it's happening. So whatever it is you're working on with here actually helps you to propel you to whatever it is you want to do next. Pretty hardcore stuff because it's a very painful process. It's not easy. Well, let me see the Two of Pentacles. So that's why your energy kind of appears a little confused, a little bit all over the place, a little chaotic as you set off towards something new. No issue there because it is quite transformative and it is quite healing. At some point, it's going to start feeling that way instead of feeling like it's confusion. For the Two of Pentacles, you get the Nine of Wands, the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, this is the new trajectory, practically, the new path you're setting yourself on. You're having a hard time, because I feel like there's some sort of a disconnect here. There's some sort of, you know what, I've kind of had enough dealing with whatever situation this is. And I just want it out of my life completely. And I don't want to think about it. I don't want to feel anything about it anymore because I feel like it's a pain. So let me just continue in this next chapter by detaching myself from this. No, do not do that. Because you're actually closing off your heart to yourself. I know it's a pain. I know it's probably quite heavy to deal with. But whatever this is teaching you here is going to help you towards wherever you're going. And that's why it becomes even more confusing because it's like, why wouldn't I be able to just shut it off? Why not close off? Because you're not closing off to this. You're closing off to yourself. You're not closing off to another person here. You're closing off to yourself. And you need yourself. You know? Let's do the Knight of Swords. Four of Cups, Three of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. This is frustrating. You're taking this whole situation as being very frustrating. That you still have to deal with whatever this brought up for you and that it's still here. You're still dealing with the pain of that. You're still dealing with working with that. And the more you look at it as something frustrating, the harder it's going to get. And it is going to become very frustrating. You know, again, I understand that it's hard. I understand that it's difficult. I understand that it's frustrating. Try not to feed that energy. Oh, it's frustrating. Oh, it's too much. Just let it be. Frustrating? Okay. Then it's frustrating. Let it be that. Don't feed it with, that's just going to hold it there. Because I see it making it quite difficult for you to move to the next chapter of your life in which there's a lot of determination to go there on your part. You just got to understand that these energies somehow combined. The energy of what you were dealing with and still are, because you're not done, even if it happened 10 years ago. It brought stuff up for you to heal, and you're in the healing process of that. And you actually entered the new chapter of your life. They combined. And it's not an issue unless you make it an issue. It's really, I don't see it as being an issue, you know? But again, the more you reject whatever it is you're working on still, the longer it's going to stay. And the harder it's going to get. I don't think you want any harder than this because this looks like it's pretty hard. You know? Let's do the Six of Pentacles in the immediate future. Nine of Cups, Seven of Cups, Eight of Wands. Yeah, this is just the next chapter. You're jumping right into it, but you're coming in with a sense of balance, a sense of openness, And you attract all sorts of great energies that are going to work with you under this new energy. This is possibly the place in which you're starting to not fight against your own healing process over something that was left unhealed, you know? Because this is definitely a brand new energy of acceptance, of balance, of happiness within yourself. For the King of Pentacles, you get the Star, the Ten of Wands, the Devil. This is, I feel like this is the theme of this reading. You know how you're dreading whatever it is you still have to heal, that it feels like, oh, it's heavy, it's hard, and I just wish that it was over, and not realizing that you're actually holding it there more when you do that, because that's the rejection of it, basically, instead of the acceptance of it. And this is showing back up again, because, as I said, you're jumping into brand new energies. This could revolve around your own sense of stability, and it's something that you really want to achieve here. I don't know what. I have no idea. But when it comes to your own stability, you're figuring out, okay, this is what I want. I don't know what again. But then you come in with this energy of, oh, but man, it's heavy. It's hard. It's hard to get there, though. It's so hard. So in this one, in the current situation, you're kind of dreading the past following you along, even though it's there for a reason and you need to heal with that, through that, from that. And in this one, you're doing the same thing, but only projecting it into the future. It's hard to get there, that one day. It's hard when the past is strolling along. It's hard when the future barely even shows up. Same kind of an energy. It's just projected into different directions, which ultimately is not the present. Because when you're in the present, you've got it all figured out here. Falling into balance, acceptance, everything's fine. This is, oh man. Where is it? I don't know, but it's there. The minute you release this energy, it's probably going to show up. For the Nine of Cups in the immediate future, you get the Two of Wands, the Hierophant, the Magician. All right, yeah, you just need to be patient. You're manifesting something freaking amazing. I don't know what it is again. None of my business. In terms of energy, something freaking amazing, possibly tied up to other energies, not just your own. And when you're present and in the now here, balanced within yourself, happy in your own little space there, you're starting to become aware that it's going to show up when it's time. Not when you want it, not when you say, oh, is it going to show up tomorrow? Okay, a week from now? No. Whenever it's time. Within divine timing. And I know people hate that expression, but that's how it goes. People usually hate the truth, so let's see what the universe has for you as a final wrap up of this. Two of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Five of Wands. It's kind of like you're going through a continuous struggle of the external and the internal, where a lot of the times you're in your head about things, and there's that inner aspect of yourself, that self-love, self-care that's coming through as an energy also that you're working with currently. So it's kind of like a continuous struggle between the mind and the soul here, and that's your conflict there, you know. Okay, yeah, I mean, I see it here, but it's kind of drawing a parallel to the struggle between accepting that there's still past energies that you're working on while you jump into, it's two energies happening at the same time. Those two energies blending, the energy of the mind and the energy of the soul. They're kind of parallel in that way. Or releasing the projection of the past. When is it going to happen? Is it going to happen tomorrow? No. You know, interesting parallels and interesting aspects happening at the same time for you. So that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.